I felt very supported by both of you, that you made me feel very safe and very secure and very cared for. It was just ridiculously magical. I knew I needed to have a break. I knew I wanted to go on a retreat. This has been several years that I've been wanting to do this. Then a number of things happened that just all came together. So Crete kept coming up. And then when I mentioned it to Jonathan, my osteo, he said, "Oh, I've just been handed this thing, and it was Crete, and magic is a thing for me as well." So there were lots of indications, so I just took them.
Yeah.
And I kind of went with that. Well, it's quite difficult now to remember how I was feeling before. I feel because things have changed so much. Like I really, really needed to have some distance on things and to get some perspective on things differently. I knew this was a moment of enormous change for myself, and I wanted to really get in a different space with that. And we did. I really do feel that was exactly right, that everything came together, and it's given me what I needed to kind of transition through as well. A kind of affirmation of trust and perspective and things that have just sort of come together, and you've articulated with me. It feels so kind of natural on one level, but it also just felt like a massive affirmation of things that are inside, but it's difficult to play out in everyday life. And lots of the kind of very magical things that have happened for me, because I've, the tuning into nature and things that are important and symbolic to me, have been happening still every single day. Which has been also, it feels that they kind of work to support me, not stressing out, not kind of getting in my head, being able to maintain those things. And it is a stretch when you're in a huge moment of change like this. Well, some of them were physical challenges, which I liked. I felt very supported by both of you, that you made me feel very safe and very secure and very cared for. And that's been a really important thing for me, actually. I didn't realize that was something I was missing so much, was feeling cared for like that. But yeah, so some of it was the physical kind of, going into this very cold water and, all of those things. But there was also lovely and sunrises and all the kind of physical things that we did. I suppose, I mean, I'm quite an open personality, so the stuff that we were discussing it's language that is who I am as well. So it helps to be able to share it openly and speak it openly without any interference. I think that was the main thing, that it felt so harmonic and harmonious between us, to have that kind of total openness, and that everything supported everything else, and that's what felt really good. So I suppose it didn't feel challenging in that way. All the things like the sunrises, the swimming in the sea, the camping on the beach, the going to the gorge, the swimming in the amazing kind of cold water springs, and then going into that really intense part of the waterfall. And I suppose one of my real highlights as well was the night that I went down to that little chapel in the woods, and I sat and became still in the chapel, and the wrens flew in, and it was a wren nest. I mean, it was just ridiculously magical. Yeah. And yeah, there were so many different parts of it. Also, we ate really well. That was great. It was a fully kind of sensual experience, and being fed really well too, and lots of things. Oscar, you say.
Go.
It's a no-brainer. I mean, well, yeah, but I suppose it's that intuitive thing, isn't it? Trust yourself. Trust yourself to know whether it's the right thing for you. And yeah, I did kind of, you know, take that leap of faith as well, and just decide to go for everything, which is not, I've always held myself back, or, you know, not expected those things for myself. I think a lot of those things, sometimes it is shifting yourself into receiving, which I've not been very good at. And yeah, I intend to get better at it.